All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, this is Rashida Roberts with Target Financial, and I am your favorite educator here to motivate my singles and my educators to ditch the stress and ditch the debt and move to a better financial lifestyle. All right, look, we have a fabulous guest today. But first, you guys know I got to do the rant of the day. So let's cue in what the rant of the day will be today. All right. So let's see here. All right. So Robert's rant of the day. Again, I am Rashida Roberts, and that's me with my love, not me. Hashtag. All righty. I wanted to. Okay, here is the rant of the day. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Okay, y'all. Make it a little bit bigger. So here is the post. I'm still in post now. So if I see something controversial, I am coming for y'all. All right. So it says 11 reasons why you need credit. It says to get a phone, to get a job, to rent an apartment, to buy a home, to get a car loan, to finance a funeral, to get car insurance, to get a credit card, to finance furniture, to finance jewelry, to get a business loan. That was a post. And look, y'all know I'm all about ditching the debt. So one user said, I don't know, but I did all of this except get a credit card because their faith, they don't necessarily use credit, right? They own 2 homes that they bought cash at the auction. They have 4 cell phones on contract without using credit, never use credit to start their business, just use cash, plots for themselves and their 5 kids, all paid for cash. Funerals are already paid for cash. All right. And just like me, I'm always talking about how credit is what? Is a trap. Okay. Now look, I know everybody want to leverage credit, and that's good. Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, $1 trillion in credit card debt. A trillion. Visa, Discover, MasterCard, boy, they banking, they rolling, they just rolling in the dough. Okay, and they rolling with their homies. All right, so we need to make sure that we're getting up out of this thing. Look, if a whole religious community can live without credit, you can do it too. It is possible. But I keep having people fight me like, like I'm Black Lives Matter. Let me just be like that. Okay, I'm sorry. But I had to say it. Because I watched the Capitol thing today, and I was just, okay. Y'all don't fight me because I want you to be out of debt. Don't fight me because I don't want you to get the credit card debt. Now, when you build a tolerance to not even carry credit card debt, to actually swipe the card, okay? Look, I'm going to start handing out badges. When I give you your badge and say, okay, you're good, and you can go ahead and swipe your card, then getting a credit card and actually swiping it is, something you can do. That means like, what kind of things do I want you to do if you have a credit card? One, you are making sure that you pay your items off. I don't care if you pay them off that day. You can't pay them off that week. You pay them off as soon as you get out of the store. You pay them off that month. But your balance does not need to cross over. Okay. I don't care what all the gurus say about the credit cards and bumping your score up, and there's an algorithm and you need to pay twice or whatever it is. Look, pay it off. Don't hold the balance on it. And once you get to that point, then hey, we're good. I'm good. We all good. All right. Now, I found a couple of ways to leverage my credit where I get paid because I have good credit. But at the same time, let's look back. There is a way for you to go through life without using credit. Start thinking and transforming your mind about how you could possibly not use the credit, and then you might come up with some solutions. But right now we're so focused on the credit, and we're just so focused that sometimes we just can't see. All right. And that is the Roberts rant of the day. I'm going to be quiet because you guys know. All right. Rant of the day over. I'm going to give me some cool music and I'm put it in there. But y'all, please, ditch the debt, ditch the credit cards until you can get a handle on everything. I'm not telling you to close them out or anything, because you know, we know credit scores do matter. Yeah, hashtag credit scores lives matter too. Okay. And we know. All right. Also, I just wanted to tell you guys about the Reignite Your Finances boot camp that is coming up this fall. So get your registration in. It is called Maximize Your Dollars. And you can go to bootcamp.reigniteyourfinances.com to register. Okay. Right now, just register. It's free right now. So get in before you don't. Okay. But you're going to be leaving with a budget. Your plan to smash your debt, real ways to increase your cash flow, get you accountability partner. Okay. And then other goodies to keep you inspired. Okay. Like worksheets, homework, fun stuff, where you can track your debt and all of that. So definitely get in, and we're glad to see you. All right. Now we are about to bring up let me get it right. We're about to bring up our guest speaker today. Okay. She's going to tell you guys, all right, who's interested in making some money. Because look, I'm going to be taking notes. I hope you're going to be listening, because this is going to teach you how you can earn $300 to $1,000 in the next 30 days. She believes you can do it. Yeah. And I know you can do it. So stay tuned, and she'll be right up in just a second after our commercial. Hey, it's your favorite educator, Rashida Roberts, here at the Cash Flow Convo, brought to you by Target-Financial.com, where we're talking about how to increase your cash flow and the crucial cash flow conversations about everyday finances with real people and real results. I hope everyone is doing well out there. Thanks for stopping by to get a dose of money motivation. Catch us every Thursday on your favorite podcast program. And don't forget to crush the like button, hit the keys, and leave us a comment. Tell us where you're from, and share this episode with family and friends. Actually, go get your favorite drink and snacks right now and talk about this episode and start a combo of your own. Look, go to thecashflowconvo.com to check out more of our resources and to be a guest on our show. You want to hear real stories, real questions, and real results from everyday folks and even some of our experts. Now, let's dive into the Cash Flow Convo, where we target your mind and your money. Tashaya Singleton, and she is an entrepreneur, training, insurance, and financial service professional. She is the founder of TJS Financial Solutions. And with over a decade of business experience, she has trained business owners and employees of Fortune 500 companies, all right, and a global 100 company. Tashaya has facilitated hundreds of workshops and training classes in the areas of personal growth, business development, insurance, and financial services. And Tashaya hosts the podcast, The Secrets of Earning Money Show, which was inspired by her book, The Secrets of Earning Money Without a Job, how you can get $300 to $1,500 within 30 days. And she is dedicated to helping women take control of the personal economy, of their personal economy and life. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this is a walking being of knowledge. She is a history book. She is a knows-all. She is definitely confident, and she knows what she's talking about, all the way from finances to politics. Look, I want y'all to welcome. When you're watching this broadcast, I want you to welcome. If you're watching a replay, give it up for Miss Tashaya Singleton.
Well, thank you for that. That was a wonderful introduction. Thank you. I don't know if I know everything, but I do try to learn a lot.
Yes. Look, I mean, I'm telling y'all, she has a wealth of knowledge. And really quick, I'm going to allow her to just tell you guys who she is where you can find her, and then I have a few questions for Miss Tashaya, and then she'll get started on telling you how you can earn some money.
All right, everyone. Well, my name is Tashaya Singleton. Everybody calls me Tasha. So it's make it easy on yourself and just stay Tasha. And as Rashida told you, I am Tasha Singleton. I'm the founder of TJS Financial Solutions. I have over 2 decades of experience in the financial services industry, and I am a premier trainer. So I founded the Secrets of Earning Money show because I wanted to help people take control of their personal economy and life. And we focus on business, money, and mindset because once you take care of your money, your mind, and your business, everything else will fall into place because it takes the right attitude, and it also takes not having the financial pressure so that you can see the possibilities of life. So that's just a little bit about me. Now,
All right, awesome. So, Tashaya, look, you see my rant of the day. I always got to ask my guests, what do you think about the rant of the day? What are your views? Because we always look. All we don't have to have the same view. We want people that I invite over. They don't have to have the same view as me, y'all. Okay, so it's okay if she disagrees, but that's just something that I want to do because we need to be able to talk. All right, this is the cash flow convo, and when you deal with money, when you deal with math, there's always different strategies to each solution. So what do you think about the rant of the day? What is your opinion about the credit card debt that we have in this country, and what do you believe people need to do?
okay. With the credit card debt, I'm fully on board with you for the credit card debt as far as when it is bad debt. You're not doing it so that it can earn you more money. You're not leveraging the credit so that you can build wealth. You're just using it so that you can pay for things that you've already eaten. You go out to eat. Okay. Or maybe you bought a new pair of shoes. Okay. And you broke that heel. So the whole purpose of credit is to use it wisely. So if you're going to use credit, then yes, you should use it to buy a house, preferably investment property. Okay. If you're going to use it, you're going to leverage it so that you can make yourself more money. So that way, you know that you can pay it off at any time you choose. And I am a firm believer that, yes, if you use your credit card, you should already have that money in your bank account. There's nothing wrong with using your credit card to pay all of your monthly expenses as long as you keep that money in the bank. And so when the credit card bill comes in, you can pay your monthly expenses. I've done that. I use my American Express card because guess what? I get points and I get to travel for free. So everybody has to find their own method that works for them. Some people pay it as soon as they charge it, they get home, they pay it that day, put the money in the mail or swipe it from their bank account on their phone.
Awesome. Love it. All right. Look, y'all heard from the guru yourself. So, look, we all know that people always do business with what people we know, we like, and we trust, right? So just a little bit about you. What are some things that you like to do outside of work, outside of business? What are some things that Tashaya likes to do?
Haha. I'm a bookworm. So I read, of course. And I love sports. So basketball is my favorite sport, which is nothing new to you. And of course, I do the baking thing. That we have that same thing going on with the cooking, right?
Okay, when was the last look? Now, the last time I baked, y'all, which is terrible because I got a whole cookie company too, is in February. It's February because I refused to. Well, we had some water issues, and I still got one little tiny thing to finish, and then it'll be done. So I can get back to baking. So what's the last thing that you baked?
Last thing I baked was what kind of cake it was? It was a chocolate cake with it's a devil foods cake with vanilla icing.
All right, all right. I am not a fan of chocolate cake at all. That's the one flavor like I just not a big fan over. But give me red velvet oatmeal, and no, I don't put a bunch of chocolate in my red velvet because everybody's like, that's chocolate. No, it's not. No, it's not. But yeah, so awesome. So sports and baking and books. I like that. I like that. That's a good. Um, oh, so I did have another question for you, and before we head into our your session, um, can you kind of give us a history? What is your history with money growing up? What did you learn? What didn't you learn? What were some jewels or tips that you took away from your childhood?
Um, well, I was blessed. I was lucky when I was growing up because I didn't know about credit really until I got into college. So I didn't know you could buy a car on credit. My mom always paid cash. I didn't know. My mom didn't use credit cards. She paid cash. She planned for it. She may have used layaway. She may have just saved, but she used cash. And so I learned to work on an all cash basis. It wasn't until I got to college that I realized that, hey, you could buy stuff on credit. I was like, really?
Yeah, were they
So
sitting out in the yard, the
yeah, of
university
course.
yard, where you get the koozies and the pens and all of that, and with the applications,
Yes, they were.
knowing you ain't have no job. Ugh, yeah, I feel for it
Well,
too. Thank God. What
well,
was it? The Credit Card Act
I
stopped all that.
actually got my first credit card in high school. So I didn't have no job then, but I actually got my first credit card in high school. And that was because I was a Macy's brat. So all my Christmas gifts came from Macy's because that's, where I shopped. And so I would get those gift certificates. So by the time I was 18, no, actually, I got it before I was 18, and I had gotten a Macy's credit card.
So you must have had a job. You had a job?
I've always had a job. I mean, I worked. I started working at 14, right? Well, legally working at 14. um, so always had a job like in the summertime during the school year, and then after that.
Okay. Cool beans. All right. And all right. So how did you land into finance? What interests you about this industry? Why are you actually in the financial world?
Actually, I was basically born into it. So that's really what happened. So I'm a third generation insurance and financial services professional. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, Tashaya is going to take over from here, y'all. I need you guys to pay attention. Earn 300. Look, I said 1,000, but it's 300 to 1,500 in the next 30 days. Her book is called The Secrets of Earning Money, but she has a different book. So she'll talk about that. But I want you guys to pay attention. She's going to share her screen, take some notes, because yes, Tashaya Singleton is fire. And I'm telling y'all better listen up. All right, let's make this money.
So we are talking about finding your acres of diamonds within. So many of us we look outside of ourselves for the answers. And a lot of us have experienced some ups and some downs during this past year, during COVID, and some of us are still experiencing it. And especially those of us who are women, we were hit hardest during this time. So it's really important that we take this time to take control of our personal financial economy in life. So many of us, we are the nurturers, so we are caught in between. We have our jobs, which we like to work so that we can pay bills and take care of ourselves, but we also have our parents that we may be taking care of, and we have our children that we may be taking care of, and we are in between. And with the way things have happened, some of us weren't able to continue to work, even if our jobs did allow us to work, because they didn't allow us to work from home. But now we can make a difference in our lives, and we can change that. We don't have to worry about whether or not we're going to go back in September when school starts, for some of us who are teachers, or for those of us who are still looking for work and haven't been able to find anything. It is time for us to find the answer within. What happens is there's an old story, and it's called The Acres of Diamond, and it's a book written by Russell Conwell. And in that book, it talks about a African farmer who longed to find diamonds. He heard stories of other farmers who had found diamonds and became wealthy. They became rich from those diamonds and finding diamond mines on their land. So he really wanted to do that. He wanted to become rich. So what he did was he sold his land and he went and he searched all over Africa for diamonds. He was unsuccessful. He never found those diamonds. Then the man who now owns his farm, who purchased it for little of nothing from him, was walking around the farm, and in the creek, he saw a shiny stone. And he picked it up and he thought it looked nice. And then weeks later, he learned that it was actually a diamond. And it was one of the largest diamonds ever found during that time. Then he found out that his property was full of diamonds. They were all throughout the creek. It was full of it. And that property became one of the largest diamond mines in Africa. Now remember, the original owner, the African farmer, he left his land, sold it for peanuts so that he could find diamonds elsewhere and he could be rich. But if he had just taken the time to search his property to see what he had, to study and learn what diamonds actually look like in their natural state, then he would have had everything he ever dreamed of and been rich beyond his wildest dreams. But he didn't do that. So he already had what he longed for. And many of us, like that farmer, have the acres of diamonds within us. And we're just we're too close to the fire right now to see the smoke, because we're looking at everything that's going wrong and what we don't have and what we think we need, instead of taking the time to look inside of us and see what we actually have. So this isn't new, because as you can see, there was a great recession not that long ago, from 2007 to 2009. And before that, we were downsized. And that was back in the 90s. Over 292 companies were downsized. Now, this is an alarming trend. Many of us think that our jobs, we still have them, we're working from home, and that we're going to keep them. But until you own the job, which means you own the business, you never know whether you're going to have a job tomorrow or not. So it's always a good idea to have a plan B. And for those of us who need it as plan A, understand that it's even more secure than a job. If you have a job, you get that steady paycheck as long as you're there. But what happens if you're fired? What happens if the whole country's shut down again and nobody can go to work? You have no job, you have no paycheck, you have no income. However, your monthly bills still need to be paid. Isn't that amazing? And we're going to have to figure it out. But if you have a business and you have 5 customers, that means you have 5 different checks coming in. So you still have 100% of your income is made up of 5 different people. Now, what happens if you lose just one of your customers? It's okay. Life still goes on. You may, have to skip eating out here or there a couple times a month. But guess what? You still have 80% of your income. So you have 4 customers, 4 checks. That means 80% of your income still coming in. You don't have to fret about how your bills are going to get paid. And if you're managing your money properly, as you hear from Rashida all the time, then you don't have to worry about it either, because you've already gotten rid of the debt or you've controlled your debt. So 80% you'll be able to live on and still be comfortable. Now, since we all have to work, and if you're going to work, I love this quote by T. Harv Eker. If you're going to work hard anyway, you may as well get rich, and the quicker the better. This is one of my favorite quotes, and I love it. So we're going to talk about a basic business formula so that you can be successful and earn $300 to $1,500 within 30 days. Now, first thing, of course, we want it to be legal. We want it to be something that you can start with little to no money. And you've got to be able to earn a minimum of $300 within 30 days. We want you to be able to start today. So this is going to be something that you can do immediately. You don't have to run out and buy products so that you can put it together. So whether it is selling stuff around your house because you want to get on and do it on auctions online, whether it is creating an information product, it is something that you will use your skills and the things that you have right now in your possession to start. So you can start immediately. And of course, then you have to market and promote whatever it is you're selling. Now, the funny thing is, many of us don't like selling. We hate selling, but we forget that even in the job that we get our paycheck in every 2 weeks from, guess what? Somebody has to sell. You may not be on the sales force, but there is a sales force that's selling something, whether it's services, whether it's education, you're selling something in order for the money to come in. All right. Now, the easiest way to start a business and the quickest way is with the sole proprietorship. So now when you're a sole proprietor, that means that the business is in your name. However, that's good. You can start it fast. You can start it quickly for little of no money. You get a business license. You're legal. However, you are vulnerable if you get sued. So although it's the easiest way and the fastest way to start a business, it's not the safest way necessarily. So if you were to get sued as a sole proprietor, guess what? You could lose everything personally, and you could lose everything in your business. So if you must start as a sole proprietor or independent contractor, then guess what? Start that. But as soon as you get to about the $1,000 mark, at that point, it's time to start looking at becoming a corporation. Right now, LLCs are inexpensive and they're quick to start. And you can start a solo LLC. If you're in the state of Virginia, it only costs $115 to file the LLC, the paperwork for the LLC. So it is something that will give you protection. So if something goes wrong in your business and someone sues you, then guess what? You're okay. It only affects your business. So your home that you live in, your car, all of your personal assets are protected. And vice versa. If somebody sues you personally, you don't have to worry about losing your business because it's a corporation. It is separate from you. So my suggestion is to get incorporated as soon as you possibly can. Now, many of us, I would say some of us make, I won't say many of us, but some of us make more than minimum wage and $15 an hour. We, on average, we should be making about $30 an hour. So with making $30 an hour, if you were to just get 10 clients, that's 10 clients, and we normally have an average of 20 working days in a month. So that means one client every other day. So you're getting 10 clients. 10 clients that pay you $30. That means you're going to make $300. That's not hard. How many times do you make purchases in a week? I'm sure many of us make more than 10 purchases a week, and especially when we were able to get out the house. So your pricing is important because, as you saw, with 10 clients and a price rate of $30 an hour for your services or for your products, you would make $300. If you take those same 10 clients and you have a higher end service where you would be paid $150 an hour for your consulting services, and I'm sure many of us out here, it's my understanding, you all are educators, so it is very easy for you to be a consultant to a business and receive $150 an hour at a minimum. So if you had a client who just paid you $150 for 1 hour, you got 10 clients, that's $1,500. Or maybe you sold a training class. You're going to do an 6 hour training class, and you do that, or a 4 hour training class on a half day training class or a full day training class, and you charge each person there that comes to that class $150 for that time period. That gives you $1,500 in 30 days. The key here is to believe that what you are teaching is valuable enough for someone to be willing to pay you $30 or $150. And pretty much everyone has some skill that is unique to them, their own unique genius, that they can sell as a coaching or a consulting service, or even as an informational product where they can create a course to teach someone, which would range anywhere from $30 to $150 easily, if not more. But you have to have the confidence and believe in yourself, believe in your skills, and believe that there are people out there that want what you're offering. And trust me, we can find people out there that want almost anything. There's always something. There's a group for everything, as we found out, right? Just look at Facebook. There's a group for everything, no matter what. But the key is believing in yourself. The key is focusing on what you have, what you can do, and what you enjoy doing. So if you're going to create a business, you should create one that you are passionate about, that brings you joy. But if you create a business you're passionate about and you don't make any money, that's not a business, that's a hobby. Okay? But you create a business that you're passionate about, but you also make sure that the people that you're going to sell to actually want what you're selling. Okay? That is the key. You have the knowledge, you have the passion, and then you need to have a market. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a little exercise. You're going to get a sheet of paper or maybe pull up a keyboard, and you're going to make a couple of lists. The first list is going to be a list of your jobs, your hobbies, your skills and talents or gifts. So all the jobs that you've ever had, you just make a list of them. And then you want to put down the different duties that you did and the tasks that you had to go along with those jobs. Then you want to make a list of your skills and your talents, things that you're really good at. And people would say, hey, I love the way you bake, or I love the way you sew, or I wish I could cook the way that you do. Whatever it is that they compliment you on all the time, that is your gift, that is your talent. And then your hobbies, the different things you do. Maybe you're an artist, or maybe you put together model planes. That's your hobby. Those are skills. Those are talents as well. So you're going to make a list of your jobs that you've had previously. You're going to make another list of your skills and talents, the things that you're really, really good at. Now, with your jobs that you've had previously, you also want to make sure you list your duties and your tasks that go along with those jobs. Because even if you don't like something about them, it's a skill that you picked up that may be transferable someplace else, of course. And your hobbies. These are things that you enjoy doing. So you take your knowledge, you take your passion, and then you take your market. And then you have a real business. So once you have the list of your jobs and all the duties and tasks that went with it, then you'll have a list of your different hobbies, and then you'll have a list of your skills, your talents, your gifts. And you want to look at those. And you want to choose the ones that you know people are buying, people are willing to pay you for. So you go through the list, you say, hey, I'm good at this, and I love to do this. These two things, my passion and my skills, go together. Now let's look and see if there are people who are buying this. And the easiest way to know is Just look at the different ads. Are there a bunch of people who are selling something similar to that? Guess what? There's a market for it. If there are not a lot of people selling it, then there may not be a market for it, but you'll know. And you can always do some testing just to see as well. If you offer it for free and they won't take it for free, then you know that there's no market for it. And then what you do is you go back to that list again. You go back to the drawing board and you say, let's go down to the next one I'm most passionate about. Let's look at those skills and then let's see if there's a market. Bingo! We have a market for it. That's your business. That is something that people will pay you for. You have the skills, you're passionate about it, you enjoy doing it, and there's a market for it. Now you have your minimum viable business. This is a business that you can create using what you already have and what you already know. Now, many of us see people all the time and we think like, boy, I wish I could be them. But what's hidden is the struggle. Everybody sees an overnight success and they think, man, that happened. There are people out there who'll tell you, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm an overnight success. It took me 20 years to become it. There's no such thing as an overnight success. It is going to take a minimum of 5 to 7 years for you to really become successful in the business arena. Now, the average overnight sensation takes 6 years. 6 years. Now, just like you're starting your business, you want to make sure, just like with your job, you want to have a backup. Because if you don't own the job, because it's not your business, then you always need a plan B. You'll always need what we like to call now a side hustle. Or you could have a part-time job. That means you have 2 jobs. But I would recommend, if you're going to keep your job, which is fine, make sure that you have a side business, which allows you to have a backup plan in case something like COVID ever happens again. But with your business, if you are working your business full time and there is no job, well, you don't want to just have one leg, a one-legged business. You want to make sure that you can create multiple streams from that business. So let's say you create a book. So from that book that you wrote, now you can become a consultant. So your first stream is your book. Your next stream of income, plan B, is consulting. And then you can go on the speaking circuit and maybe you'll become a paid speaker. So now you've got a third stream of income. And then you'll have a lot of people talking to you about their products and that may be complimentary to you. And then you can joint venture with them and become what? An affiliate marketer. So you can be a joint venture marketer or affiliate marketer, which is pretty much the same thing. It's just a matter of a different level of your relationship, how much more personal it is, whether you're an affiliate marketer or a joint venture marketer. And this gives you multiple streams of income. So you're not dependent on any one source of income. So just like we talked about those 5 different customers, you have 5 different customers and 100% of your money comes from them. You lose one, you have 4 customers, you still have 80% of your income. Well, with your business, if you have multiple sources coming in, multiple streams of income coming in, then if you have 5 sources, you lose one, you still have 4 sources, just like as if you had 5 customers. Okay? So you can have customers, you want multiple customers, and you want multiple streams of incomes from those customers. This is how you build your own financial security. This is how you take control of your personal economy and life. And this will give you your time freedom. This will give you your financial freedom. And you will enjoy your life so much better. You can make a difference not only for yourself, but for other people around the world. And many of us feel really great when we give back and we help others. So a lot of us say that we want to be comfortable. And that's nice that we're being comfortable. But to some extent, when we say we want to be comfortable, we're being selfish. Because think about it, when we're comfortable, we just make enough to take care of our needs. If you do better than comfortable, you do more than that, then you can not only take care of your needs and be happy, but you can take care other people's needs, and you can help and make a true difference and leave a positive impact and a loving legacy on this earth when you do that. So your secrets to making sure you earn the money that you want and your business stays healthy is to concentrate on your goal. Make sure it's clear. You know what you want from your business. You know what you want it to do. You need it to do. Write a daily plan, just like you should have a daily routine when you wake up in the morning with affirmations, whether it's prayer, meditation, exercise, so that you can have a great day. Focus on your goals daily. Make a commitment to get up and actually do your business each day. And you only need to do one thing each day that moves you closer to your goal. Just a minimum of one thing. It would be nice if you could do more. 5 things is good, but if you're short on time, then do at least one thing. Just one thing, because consistency is going to win out. One thing every day will move you closer to your goal. Now, another thing we have to do is take control of our mind. We have to shut the door to negative thoughts and negative people. And there will be people around you who will tell you that that won't work. They'll tell you that you can't do this. And those are people that you're going to either have to cut out of your life or love them from a distance, where you see them occasionally instead of on a daily basis. So that way you can go for your dreams and you can have the success and create the life that you want and deserve. And I've already said, take your action daily. Now, the secret, of course, as I said, was multiple streams of income. But as we know, certain businesses don't last forever. So if we remember, there was a time when we had a video store, which was called Blockbuster. Well, now we have Netflix. So because we know businesses become obsolete, even though you have multiple sources of income from that business, you're going to do for your primary business, you're going to focus on it 80% of the time. You're also going to come up with a secondary business, which is a different industry, but it's going to be complementary, more than likely, to what you're already doing. But you're going to come up with a second business idea that you like, and you're only going to focus 15% of your time on it. And then you're going to come up with your ideas for your next business, your third business. You're going to spend 5% of your time on that. And this is going to be the new things that are coming out, the trending things that are going to be forecasted. So that way, when something you're doing becomes obsolete, or let's say you were like me, who last year, everything you were doing was offline, and now you had to come online, 100% was offline. But if I had 80% offline and 15% online, then the transition would have been a whole lot easier. So you want to make sure that you have 3 different projects or businesses that you're working on at a time. But your primary business, you focus 80% of your time on that. Your secondary business, you're going to focus 15% of your time on that. And your third business is really going to be a business idea that you're working on because you're future pacing. So that way, when the new trend comes and overtakes where you are right now, the current primary business, you'll be able to go ahead and go with the new technology and run. There won't be a lag, and you won't have to worry about losing everything and going bankrupt. So this is your resilience plan. So you have a plan A, your primary business income, plan B is your secondary, and plan C is your third business. This is your resilience. Because as I said, those of us who did everything offline, if we had worked 15% of our business online, it would have been easy. We could have put our primary business at the end where we would have been doing 5% offline. And then 80% would have been online in 2 different areas. Now, think about that and take some time and create your own plan. Everything that I'm giving you, yes, it does work. It's tried and it's true. But you have to make sure that you make tweaks and adjustments for it so that it works for you. It's got to work for your personality. It's got to work for your businesses that you want to create. It has to be customized. Otherwise, it's something that you won't stick with. Make sure that whatever you do, you make it for you. Now, for those of us who still are not ready to go out here and start our business today, you still need a little bit more security, or maybe you just need the cash right now. Well, we have the smartphone economy for you. For those of us in America, we have Uber, we have Lyft, we have DoorDash, Grubhub, or Amazon Flex. You got a phone and a car, you can make income today. That's all you need. There is always a way. Now, let's say you don't want to work that way. You don't want to leave the house. You can work from home. There are lots of places. You have a skill. As an educator, there are a lot of you who can teach lots of things. You can translate those into technical writing for businesses. So you can go on Upwork or you can go on Fiverr and you can sell your skills, or even moonlighting for that matter. So you can create a service using them and working from home instead of going straight out to the marketplace on your own. Or you can do customer service or sales via telephone through Live Ops, or Arise. Those are two real big companies here in the United States that will help you out if you're just not ready to take that leap of faith and go ahead and start your business 100%. Or you can do these in addition to getting your business off the ground until you are making enough money where you can take care of your expenses and you don't need a job. All right. And now we need to talk about money management, which is what the cash flow convo is all about, because it is not how much you earn. It is how much you keep that matters, as we know. I always talk about the 5-account method, which is a simple method for managing your money, because as you already know, most of us do not have a money problem. We have a money management problem. Anytime we have 25% of the people who earn $150,000 or more in this country who are living paycheck to paycheck, that is living proof that it is not about how much you make. It is about how much you keep. So it is a money management issue. If when you have a little, you manage your money well. When you get a lot, you'll manage your money well. And you don't have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck. So for those of you who say, well, if I made 6 figures or I make 7 figures, I would never live paycheck to paycheck again. Only 3 out of 4 of you are right. So let's go ahead and set this up. And you can use envelopes, you can use cups, you can use, the jars. You can use whatever you need to divide your money up. You don't have to go out and buy anything special. And if you are a person who uses digital accounts, then you can go ahead and just set these up, multiple accounts up on your in your bank account as well, to make it easy for you, because you want to separate the money. You don't want to commingle it, so that way you know where your money is and what you're doing at all times. So let's go ahead and set aside 10% for charity, 10% for taxes, because Uncle Sam always wants his money. You're going to set aside 10% for investments. And that's exactly what it's for. It's for investments. You are going to leave this money there so it can grow and you can accumulate wealth. All right. You're going to build your wealth. You're going to have a savings account with 10%. And this is the account that's a savings account. We would like it to be a true savings account, not a put and take account. You don't want to put it on Friday and take it out on Monday. So actually make sure that you put the money in the savings account and you leave it there so it can grow. And this is where you're going to start the foundation for your emergency fund if you don't have one already. And if you do, then you're just going to add to it. And then 60% of what you make should go for your living expenses and enjoyment. You can live on this. You can have a good life. You just won't get to overindulge. That's all. Unless, of course, you do one thing, which is make more money. So if you want to spend more, you make more. So that way, that 60%, as your income goes up, you get your 60% that you're spending gets to go up. So you get to enjoy life more and more. The more you make, the more you get to enjoy while you're saving and taking care of the essentials and building wealth. Right? So that is a simple 5 account money management method, and it does work. And the one thing we all need to remember is that wealth begins in our mind. It starts with our thoughts. Whatever we focus on, we are going to get more of. We have to first believe that we deserve wealth. We have to want it. We have to go out and do the work so that we can get it. All right. And I am Tasha Singleton. I am the host of the podcast, The Secrets of Earning Money Show, the author of the book, The Secrets of Earning Money Without a Job, How You Can Get $300 to $1,500 Within 30 Days, and the founder of TJS Financial Solutions. And you can go to clicktjs.com for more financial information, and I have worksheets there to help you out, especially for those of you who need to make sure that you leave a positive legacy for your family by making sure that you can take care of them when you're gone as well, or even better, as you did when you were alive. So I want to thank you so much for your time. And remember to believe in yourself and take control of your personal economy and life.
All right. Thank you, Tasha. Excellent. I loved it. Look, if y'all don't start digging in the minds of your own mind and pull out those, what do you say? You got to get your job, look at your hobbies, what are your passions, and pull it out and start making some money. I love it. Excellent. Look, y'all, she is modest. She didn't put a new book in there, but she has a wealth of information for you all. I wish you wouldn't put your screen down, but you can go to a couple of her websites. Or can you say the other web? Click TJS.
Click
I think it was
TJS.com. www.clicktjs.com. You can go there to get a bunch of information on, I have a bunch of worksheets and different information that you can read so that you can get your finances together, start looking at your retirement, estate planning. That is there for you. For those of you who, I know this is challenging times, I have a free gift. It's called Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Success and Happiness. And it's a free 4-week course. Go to tashayainspires.com, www.tashayainspires.com, and it's a free 4-week email course. So it'll be emailed to you. And we need to take control of our mind, and that is going to help you become more positive so that way you can be successful in life and with your finances. And then, as Rashida was saying, I do have a new book. It's a new ebook which I created just recently, so that help people to so that they can find their acres of diamond within. And it has worksheets in there for you and samples so that you can see it. Plus, it shows you how you can even earn more than $1,500 in 30 days if that's what you want to do. And that is at bit.ly//mydiamonds. bit.ly/mydiamonds.
all right. Yes, it's looking all juicy. Y'all, special pricing here, $7.99 for you guys if you put in the code diamonds. Okay, diamonds. Put in the code diamonds and go to the bit.ly code, bit.ly/bit.ly/mydiamonds, and boom, there you are. So, courtesy of being a guest on the show, my audience, you get to get it for $7.99. All right. And we want to thank Tashaya. I'm telling you all, if you follow the steps that she gave you just now, you're gonna be all in the good. Like you seriously, you'll be good. Okay. Because she has taken people through this same process and they are doing well. Like somebody got their first client Okay, been in business for a while, got their first client. I'm telling you, she is the guru at helping you dig out what it is that's already inside of you so that you can start earning and making money now. Okay, I think I need to go through and write this stuff down myself so I can revamp. But she is a breath of fresh air. She will give you so many ideas. You really have to come with a pen and piece of paper. Make sure you follow up with Tashaya. You can go to Tashaya Inspires on Instagram. She has just a wealth of knowledge, and just hit her up in the DMs, or you can email her as well. What do you have upcoming next? What's coming up for you next?
Okay, well, what's coming up next is on August 14th, Black Woman Empowering Finances is doing the 5 C's of Business Success event. It's a virtual event, and it is 2 hours from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be talking about cash flow, consistency, communication, credit, and coverage. Everything you need to help your business be successful. So that's what's coming up on August 14th in honor of Black Business Month. Yay, us. So
Awesome.
Come out and join us and get your questions answered.
Great. Look, y'all, it's been great. They are a wealth of knowledge. Okay. So it's been great having you. Is there anything, your last words to our viewers? What would be one thing that you would say to inspire somebody today? Somebody who they don't think, they can make it. What would you leave them? What's the most important, I guess I would say, lesson that you can tell someone as we go out?
As we go out, if you don't think you can make it, the unfortunate part is that you can't. But if you believe you can, then you can. Because the race doesn't go in life to those who are faster or stronger, but it goes to the person that thinks they can. My suggestion is to do everything you can to inspire yourself and build your confidence. Listen to YouTube has free motivational messages. You can listen to Les Brown. You can listen to Brandon Burchard. You can listen to Tony Robbins. There's plenty of motivational speakers and messages there. Get into a place that's positive. Listen to the motivational messages and start focusing on what you can do and what you have right now. That's what you need to focus on, and just take one step with what you can do. That's it. And that's going to get you through one step, put it one step in front of the other, and you'll do it.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you came on the show, and I can't wait to have you back on. You'll be back on. And when we do our Black Women Empowering Finances Day on August the 14th. So you guys make sure you come out. Again, you just heard from Tashaya Singleton with TJS Financial Solutions. I'm Rashida Roberts, your host with the Cash Flow Convo podcast show. And, we want to say peace and blessings to everyone. Again, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Look, to visit me and what I got going on, come visit www.thecashflowconvo.com. And we are out. Bye, everyone.